And then if we go over here, we've got Demolition Man, Altered States, Excalibur. This really needs a special edition. Excalibur, seriously. Like, what the hell? And Clash of the Titans, which also really needs a special edition. Oh, and up here, I forgot to mention, we got 2010. I used to have 2001, but they just came out with a special edition of it, so I sold that 2001, and I'm going to get the new one. Outland, one of the most underrated sci-fi movies of all time. It's like High Noon in Space, and it's awesome. Really needs to be done again. Like, the DVD edition, this is, like, got to be the crappiest transfer I've ever seen of a film. There's artifacts all over it, there's interlacing issues, it's just full of problems, and it really irritated me because I love that movie. So anyway, going back here, we got the special edition of Total Recall, special edition of Terminator, Terminator 2 Extreme Edition. This is the one in the actual metal case. They re-released it with a cardboard version of this case, but this is the actual metal case edition. Terminator 3. We got the 1953 War of the Worlds movie, the first season of the War of the Worlds TV series. I actually have the second season on tape. I actually taped it way back in the day. 2005 edition of War of the Worlds with C. Thomas Howell. The, of course, Steven Spielberg version, naturally the special edition. Then we've got Starman, which is a great John Carpenter classic. Great stuff. Event Horizon, which I thought was great. A lot of people were mixed about it. The Black Hole, which is one of my favorite underrated sort of dark sci-fi movies from Disney, of all things. But if you're going to get The Black Hole, there's a couple editions out. This is the one to get because it's anamorphic widescreen. The other one is just letterboxed, so it's not quite as crisp. So you want the anamorphic version, so get this one. Martian Chronicles. Awesome Ray Bradbury miniseries. The Aeon Flux movie. She looks damn hot, but they really did not pay attention to the source material, the Aeon Flux animated series, which is great. THX 1138 Director's Cut. Okay, now my Star Wars collection has grown since we last saw it. I do, of course, have the Star Wars Trilogy boxed set. This is all three of the original trilogy in widescreen with the extras disc, so that's great. This is worth getting just for the extras disc. Then, I've got Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3. Then, yes, I bought them again. Episode 4, Episode 5, Episode 6. Why? You probably know already, because the single disc editions, these ones, the limited editions that you can now get in the $5 bin, include the original theatrical versions. But they include the original theatrical versions not in anamorphic widescreen, which means the picture quality is nowhere near as good as the other versions. It actually includes both versions, the latest updated version and the original theatrical version. So it's nice to have both, and that's the only reason I really got these. But I really wish they had at least put the original versions in anamorphic. That would have made such a difference. And here's a little something that you American viewers probably never experience. You notice something about my spines for the Star Warses? Most of them line up, except this one. That's because it has French on it. Now, it's not uncommon in Canada for, DVD spines to have French and English. But the thing that was cool with these three, they had reversible covers. So on the other side is the cover with the French and English, and then on this side is just the English. However, they didn't do that with Episode 3. Like, what the hell? Now my spines don't line up. I hate it when that happens. Anyway, minor quibble. I'm a perfectionist. I'm anal retentive. I know. And then, of course, we've got the Ewok movies. Hey, I'm a completist, okay? Clone Wars Volume 1, Clone Wars Volume 2, Droids. Why isn't this out in a complete uncut series set? There was only 15 episodes. Come on! This is like movie adaptations of 2 of the story arcs. It's, I just got it to have it in DVD quality of some kind. And of course we got Spaceballs, Super Duper Special Edition. Now, last time, I recall Preacher Man 777 said, "What kind of a nerd are you? You don't have any Star Trek." Ha! Well, I see your Star Trek and I raise you 10 movies. So we have the special edition of the first movie, the second movie, which is my all-time favorite, the third movie, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. Kirk really got shafted in this. He deserved such a better death scene. First Contact, which I think was the best of the Next Generation movies. Watched it several times. Insurrection, and finally Nemesis. And then, of course, no Star Trek collection is complete without the all-time greatest Star Trek parody ever, Galaxy Quest. I don't have any of the TV series yet. I'd really like to get the original DVD releases of the original series, because I love the original series the best. Like the original Crew movies, for example, are my favorites, and stuff like that. I just love the original Crew. I think they had much better character dynamics than the rest of the subsequent crews and cast. But, yeah. So I'll probably get the original editions and then get the remastered editions as well. So yeah, I'm probably going to buy the original series twice, just to have every single version ever. Okay, so then we got Starship Troopers Special Edition. Really underrated movie. Now, did you know this is by the same crew who did the first RoboCop, which was brilliant. Same writer, same director, same music composer. Anyway, and you'll notice, if you watch RoboCop and then Starship Troopers, same kind of dark, twisted humor, which I love. And the first volume of Roughnecks, the Starship Troopers Chronicles, one of the best CG series ever. I really need to get the rest of them. I've seen them all, but I don't have all the DVDs. Stargate Ultimate Edition. You'll notice I don't have the Stargate Season 1 set anymore. That's because they just put out the complete series set. So I sold the Stargate Season 1 set. I'm going to get the complete series set at some point. It's that big honkin' set. Krull! No 80s sci-fi fantasy fans collection is complete unless you have Krull. Enemy Mine! Another great 80s classic. Brilliant, sort of character story. Dragon Slayer! The all-time greatest dragon movies ever. Before the days of CG. Thank God! Enough said. My Doctor Who collection has grown quite a bit. Got quite a few there. Got First Doctor, Second Doctor, Third Doctor, Fourth Doctor, Fifth Doctor, Seventh Doctor. There's no particular reason I don't have anything of the Sixth Doctor. I just haven't got around to it yet. And Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy TV series and movie. This is a really cool edition. The 1981 BBC miniseries adaptation of John Wyndham's Day of the Triffids. This is so much better than that crap-ass 60s movie version. And quite frankly, the most definitive adaptation that has ever been done. And then, of course, I have Robin of Sherwood, Volume 1, The Complete Red Dwarf, Tomorrow People, 70s British sci-fi series, sets 1 and 2. There's one more set I need to get for that, and that is record cleaning thing. Let's see, Big Trouble in Little China. This I was kicking myself. I didn't realize there was a 2-disc edition out with more extras, so I really need to get that. Bad me. But it does have the commentary, which is cool. Then we got Legend, the Ultimate Edition. Contains both cuts of the movie, which is very cool. And the 4400, Seasons 1 and 2. Got to get the last 2. Now this is a bit of a collector's item. Lexx. These are really hard to find now. I didn't realize. I got most of them for pretty cheap. I saw these when they were originally on TV and enjoyed them. I still haven't seen the TV series that followed. I know people are kind of mixed on Lexx. It was a strange animal. And of course, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, and Final Fantasy VII: Advent Children, which was awesome. Really helps if you've actually played Final Fantasy VII. They have a summary of Final Fantasy VII on one of the bonus discs, but it's just not the same. Play the game, then watch the movie. You'll get so much more out of it. And of course, Minority Report and Back to the Future, which I had before. Ow.